says.
Look, so people keep coming to me about my marriage, but at the end of the day, my husband knew I like girls. Like, he knew that I didn't give oral, baby.
I don't like where this is going.
So you can't marry me and expect me to do something that I wasn't doing before marriage, and you already knew what it was. And at the end of the day, when it comes to my relationship with women, that's my private relationship.
What?
What is wrong with you people?
Oh. I'm just looking at the title, y'all. It says, my husband gets no neck action. Angry wife upset over husband's wild demand. How she just say her relationship with women is...
Well, that doesn't make sense.
That was the first thing that caught you. That was the first thing that made you go,
Well, no, everything made me go, the whole thing. I'm just like, what? And then she said it. I'm just like, pause. Huh?
Why would you want to bring another woman into our marriage and our bedroom with me and you? No, that's something I do on my own without you.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
I think that's so selfish. And sometimes he make me feel like I'm unpretty because what do we need another woman for in the room with us? That's my personal life.
Bro, pause the video. Pause the video. This has to be a skit. I am all over the place. My thoughts are going so far. You really think your husband thinks you're ugly because he wants another female?
Doesn't make sense.
This is marriage in 2024.
Bruh.
I don't know.
I did this on purpose.
What that is, but that's... Wow. People really be out there like that.
Bro, dudes out here simping. You know what it is? I think that he thought that they was going to be freaking out when they got married.
Yep.
And he thought that she was going to bring other women into the bedroom. I think he thought that the whole time.
Yes.
He did not realize how selfish she really is. He thought that they were going to have the type of relationship where he would be able to have other women and she would have other women and they'd be able to do it together and he would still have her, and he thought that life was going to be one flick. That's what he thought. Life was going to be a flick. And then he got in the situation and it wasn't that. She was like, nope. She's just way more selfish than he thought possible. That's what it is. And she said she don't think she's selfish. She's confused. I don't know. Maybe she should read the definition of selfish. She's immensely selfish. But once you start walking down this road of hot mess, It doesn't stop until you get older and you just can't do the stupid stuff you do when you're young anymore. Ain't nobody but God can rectify that hot mess.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is insane. This is not what marriage is about. Here's the funny thing: getting married to avoid fornication.
What I'm trying to figure out is, why did they get married? Why did she specifically? Why did she say yes?
I don't understand it.
Like, what was the purpose? I don't understand that.
She was a high value woman. Okay. She wanted to do what high value men do because she has achieved the final boss of the feminist narrative. She is the M. Bison of the feminists. She has
when you said the final boss, I thought about Street Fighter.
She has become the final boss. She now can become the men that they hate. That is the ultimate goal, to become the men they hate. She has done it.
That just don't make no sense.
She got her main B at home. And she get to go out and have fun.
Wow.
That was her plan all along, but he didn't know it. He thought we was going to be in this together. She was like, nah, Negro. I'm out here by myself, partaking the cheeks and giving cheeks away.
Wow.
And you can only have cheeks when I want you to.
Wow. I ain't really got much to say to that video other than just wow. Like,
there's no fixing that situation. In all honesty, guys, like
that's just wow.
Like you did. Like the marriage vow is all destroyed and messed up. It's no longer a vow. Okay. You're not doing anything that marriage was really set up for outside of the business side, which is, I guess, the reason why they doing it. But that's all they got left, and that's empty. So I don't know. I would be surprised if they stay married and nothing changes. If they stay married, something will have to eventually change. That's wild.
Comment your thoughts down below. Let us know what you think. If you guys have made it this far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Turn on your post notifications. Go into your settings and actually turn on in there because YouTube, you know, they shut it off with the latest update. So you may not be getting notifications for all your favorite YouTubers. But yeah, go ahead and do that.
Bruh.
Date somebody your own age. Why aren't you doing that?
Why?
Why aren't you dating women your own age?
Some women, not all. Not all. Some women be pretty when they young. When they get older, they be looking bad.
There's
the older women don't
dynamic.
be fit. They don't be friendly. They don't be feminine. They don't be cooperative.
So women
and they don't be
40s
submissive.
A lot of times men want to date somebody so much younger because y'all be wanting somebody to train. That's what it is.
Yeah, sometimes.
And men say that.
Hey.
Women are not things to train.
Well, she could train.
All right, so let me help you out. The word is called groom. Y'all know what grooming is? There's a reason they call them groom. And if you're going back to where this came from, people were getting married very, very young.
Yeah.
There was no let's go out and get your career. Let's go out and have a whole phase. Let's go. There was none of that. Make sure you got your house and your car already before you get married. There was none of that. Folk was getting married at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. If you got married in your 20s, you was old. They was like, man, you about to die in 10 years, bro. What are you doing?
Dang.
I mean, that's an exaggeration. But I'm saying, you know, that the life expectancy was much shorter. So where a lot of this stuff is coming from, the cultures that we're pulling marriage from, yeah, groom. You know who was groomed, y'all? One of y'all favorite people.
Oh, boy.
Beyonce. She said it in the video, her birthday party. Y'all was all pissed about it. She was groomed. He was way older than her. Well, old enough. I think they're like 10 years, 11 years, something like that.
12, I think.
12 years. So he groomed her. But she's one of the few of y'all that's got it all. Millions of dollars, kids, and a man she loved. Almost lost it. Because, you know, when you get a man like that, that's one of your risks. But his responses was terrible, though.
Yeah.
It was all horrible. Some of y'all don't be looking good.
But, you know, it wasn't until, I think a couple of weeks ago when we had the conversation, I never really thought about that, the bride and the groom, like the grooming type thing. And it's like, there's a reason why back in the day, and even still now, like your father, the man, gives his daughter, he literally he takes her hand and put it in another man's hand, because it's like, okay, this is my daughter, she's precious, I need you to take care of her, I need you to cherish her, I need you to protect her, I need you to do all these things or what have you. And it's like the grooming, I guess, continues because she's in her father's house when she's a girl, basically, or a baby growing up into a girl, into a young woman. She's with her dad, and her dad grooms her, trains her, and then he gives her to another man, which I know a lot of women probably ain't gonna like the sound of that, because it's just like, you know, like she said, women are not a thing to train. But low key, if you really think about it, in a way, we kind of train each other to a certain extent, like once we become married, as far as like the dynamic or the things that you like and don't like and things of that nature when you're in a relationship. I think the grooming that the husband does it's different. I'll put you like this. When we got married, one of the things, and we talk about it often, I think it was grooming thing as well, is just the way in which you communicated with me. Because men, they're very straightforward, very cut to the chase type thing. And I used to have to tell him, like, babe, like, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. So in a way, I think that that's a grooming type of thing as well. And I feel as though it happens naturally, I guess, in a way. But I know what he is saying, and as far as the biblical reference, or as far as the husband grooming the wife, there are certain things once you cross over into being a wife that your husband is going to be looking for you, I guess, to do. And in a sense, that's kind of like the grooming thing. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly.
Well, the grooming thing is you're supposed to be taught at home how to be a wife. And then when you get into your marriage, your husband is supposed to give you the specifics that he needs from you, that you're supposed to help him with. Because a lot of people don't understand. Not that don't understand, but they're trying to make up their own rules about what marriage is and how marriage works. But marriage, coming from the Christian sense, is that the woman is to help the man. And that's where the grooming come in, because you don't know how to help me until I show you how to help me. Where do I need help at? Whether it's with my business, whether it's just in the home, you know, especially once you have kids, of course, you know, the woman a lot of times takes that as one of her main priorities. That's also a biblical thing, that the woman is to be in the home and she's to care for their home first. But the men are the ones who are charged to go out and be the providers, the main providers, and the women are to help. So it's always a very interesting dynamic. And I guess for me, that's where a lot of the grooming might come in, just learning how to get into that position with your husband. I'm leaning away from partnerships just because that ain't Bible. And that's it. It's just on the authority of Jesus Christ. It ain't no other authority. It ain't about learning and all of this other mess. But what I'm finding is a lot of people, even if they don't believe, still end up wanting a lot of the same things.
I think it's natural. I think it's put in us, like we were designed a very specific way, men and women. So I think it's natural that you're going to want those things.
It's just a very interesting dynamic to me. He was just way off. He was like, "Yeah, I don't be looking good," and the fact that was the first thing he said, I was just like, "Dag, bro, like seriously." But the other things, the submissive, the cooperative, all of that stuff, that's one thing that happens to everyone, men and women, as they become older. They become less agreeable. They become comfortable being single, which, to be honest, is not a terrible thing if you're not looking to get married.
Right.
Solidifying habits of singleness and you want to be married, not the best thing. Also, spreading yourself around and building up your bodies and you're trying to get married, a bad thing. For men and women. Those two things are universal.
Right.
So that's another thing. We can see what else to me, his reasoning so far is just bad.
Oh, she could train up. It said train up a child in the way they should go.
But that's why y'all be wanting to date children. That's why y'all be wanting to date children.
So listen, I see older guys date young girls all the time. You understand?
We do, but that doesn't say that there's nothing wrong with that, though. Just because it's normalized does not mean that it's okay.
All right, so to date somebody your own age,
train up the child part is what got me.
He was wild for that. Some of us just don't need to be the one having the conversation. That was horrible. But the other thing, when she was like, you know, the whole thing is date somebody your own age. If it was coming from the woman's side and she wants a guy who makes a certain amount of money, we have no problem with that. Even though we know men don't hit their financial stride to the late 40s and early 50s. We have no problem if the woman is the one chasing the guy because she wants somebody who makes a certain amount of money. We have a problem when the guy wants the woman because she's young, beautiful, and she wants to have a lot of nookie. That's when we have an issue. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna have to get over this. Men want the walls.
Yep.
They do. And that's not gonna change. Ever since we have human history recorded, there has been a desire for men to want the walls. And guess what? The only thing God said about it was, get married first.
Yeah.
That was it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. He was just like, just get married first. So if y'all have kids, because that's probably going to happen, you don't have a bunch of single baby mamas and single baby daddies running around. That's what he said. That was it. That was the only caveat. So us trying to shame guys for wanting to do it. But then if a woman were to come out and be like, oh, I want to get mine and he ain't satisfying me. Everybody's like, yeah, girl. We backwards. Like everybody, when it's good, everybody like.
Yes.
Men and women, we all enjoy it. And we're supposed to.
He ain't lying.
In marriage. So please let that go. And yes, some guys might like younger women because they move a certain way when it comes to that. And they look a certain way. And maybe they are more agreeable. Those are all valid reasons. Just like a woman being like, I want somebody who's going to make an X amount of money. The question is, can you get it? Same thing for the guys. You can like young all you want to, but can you get it?
That's true.
Hey, as long as you married, the Lord ain't never said nothing that's wrong with any of that. That's the only thing I got. Sometimes it gets weird. Like when you get, like, I don't know, 15, 20 years, bro, I'm like.
That's a bit, not so much.
I never got like anywhere near like the 10-year mark, but just like 5, 6 years, it starts to become a disconnect in how you communicate. I personally just couldn't do it. But I don't know. That's not all guys.
Yeah.
Also, you know, when you're 50, if you meet a 30-year-old woman who's smart, it might not feel that off to you.
That's true.
So I don't know. I've been married the whole time, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Are we done?
Comment your thoughts below. Let us know what you think.
All right, guys, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that notification button. I need you to hit all the buttons.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. That was it. It was a twofer, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yes. Peace. Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help.
Yes.
If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the off button.